So let's fast forward again.
To that.
So we know that you you're detoxing, and that's one for now. So you know your body, you're detoxing.
Well, I didn't know.
Or you didn't?
I didn't.
You know you were dope sick again.
Right. I thought I was sick. See, there's a difference between being dope sick and detoxing. That's why they have so many detox clinics, because it can be violent. People go into seizures when they're detoxing. Just like from alcohol, a lot of alcoholics have seizures when they have alcohol withdrawals. And so like I was saying earlier, I was crawling to the bathroom. I turned the cold water in because I felt like I was on fire, and I started throwing up and vomiting and having diarrhea, very bad at the same time, which has never happened to me before. And I had successfully hid that I was sick, that I had even been using. I didn't even tell them that. I didn't even tell them the story of, why I was sent there was because I was using, and the drug interactions got me sent there. I just told them, I wasn't really telling them anything. I was being a butt. I wasn't going to sign in. I wasn't talking to them. I was just being rude because I felt like I don't need to be in the mental hospital. I don't want to kill myself. I don't need to be here. I just want to go home and get some drugs. And so they did their rounds. They came in the room, and they found me in there, covered in my own bowels and vomit, in the bottom of the shower, all my clothes on, hair soaking wet, crying, shaking. And so the nurse, she knew what it was. She knew what she was seeing. And so she actually came and she cleaned me up. She took my clothes off, gave me new clothes. She cleaned me up. Her name was Melissa. She was really the only person to help me, because there was another nurse there, and I told her I need something, I'm sick, and she kind of just ignored me. I think it was because she knew it was heroin, and she kind of was like, well, that's what you get for doing it. But Melissa, she really helped me, and she got me on the comfort meds, which I was trying to lie about, but they got me on the comfort meds, and after about 5 or 6 days of that, feeling like I had the worst flu ever, I started to be able to eat regularly. I think it was about 5 days. And then that's when they scheduled a phone interview with me with the lady named Angelia for a place called American Addiction Centers, and they strongly urged me to go to treatment in Florida because I had never been open with the extent of my drug use ever. Like I said, if I would have overdosed on heroin in my room, my mom would have came in and not even known what, I would have just been dead. She didn't know I was doing heroin. I still haven't outright told her now that that's what I was doing. I haven't told her I was doing anything. She can probably put 2 and 2 together, but if, honestly, I could have died and she would have just came in my room and I would have been dead with vomit or, something, I forget what it's called, from your lungs that comes out because you're taking your last breaths and everything is shutting down. Mm-hmm. And I would have just been dead, and nobody, after a while they would have figured it out, autopsy, I guess. I don't know how that worked. They would have got to the bottom of it, but nobody knew. My friends didn't know.
Looking back, what is your biggest regret? I know you have a lot of regrets. What's your biggest regret? And not even starting, mm-hmm. but not excluding that. What's your biggest regret?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a tough question.
I regret a lot of things. I think
the biggest, the one
probably
you most regret.
Basically being a pimp to Whitney, having her sell herself to get me drugs. And I really regret doing that. And allowing her to do that, because a real friend would have said, you're not going to do that. But it got to the point where I didn't care about friends, family, honestly. I just wanted to get high. And it was so hard to hide it because nobody knew. But I'd be in my mother's house, and she was very oblivious to me. She didn't really pay attention to me. And I would have just a line on my dresser, like, in her house. And she would come in there and talk to me, and it would just be sitting there, and she never noticed it. And I feel like, in a way, I wanted her to notice it, honestly, she never did. So I think that just added more fuel. I'm like, well, she doesn't even care anyway, so I'm just going to keep doing it. And thinking about it hurts because, who wants to get caught with drugs, by their parents? Like, who wants that, As 18, 19-year-old, you don't want your parents to catch you with drugs, but I just wanted her to care.
Yeah.
And I feel like that honestly fueled a lot of it, especially with the heroin use, because like I said, it would take away everything. So even emotional strikes, if I was upset, in tears crying or depressed or angry, I would do something and it would go away and I would just be there. And I liked that. I came accustomed to just being there and being totally numb. So the longer I went without the drugs, the harder it was for me to really feel my emotions again because I had been numbing them for so long. So little things, the smallest inconveniences turn big. Just everything, but it was like maximized, and it would just be little things, not even a real argument, but kind of just a disagreement, and that would have me hurting, crying, like nobody loves me, and what am I doing so wrong? Everybody always leaves me, very melodramatic. But then I felt everything again. But I didn't like it because I felt it all at once. All that anger that I had towards my mother, anger and resentment, I had buried it. All the hurt I had towards her, I buried it. Everything that I felt, I buried it. So when the drugs were gone, those things just kind of, all of it at once. And it was very overwhelming. And I still get overwhelmed with all my emotions sometimes and just want to bury it again. But like I said earlier, it is very cyclical. And I know what will happen. And I'm not trying to go to rehab again. I don't want to put my family through that.
So I was going to ask you, and we're going to stop here in a few, what is keeping you from doing it now?
I don't know, honestly. If I'm going to be 100% honest, probably not having money.
You who?
Probably not having money, honestly.
Not having money.
And that is the whole honest truth. It's not about a willpower or me wanting to do better because, I was in a relationship with someone and they ended it because they said, we need to be focused on ourselves and our recovery rather than each other in this relationship. We need to focus, put that first. But I honestly feel like I'm not putting it first because I feel like I don't know if it's me being naive, but that's really one of the big reasons why I haven't, because I don't have the means.
Okay. So you're about to start a new job. Mm-hmm. Now will that
it's going to be
help
a temptation, but I just want, I want to be clean, but I also want to stop feeling the way I'm feeling. I want to stop crying at night, and I want to stop having bad anxiety, and I want to stop having onset the panic attacks. Like even today, shopping, I was starting to have a panic attack, and I had to hurry up and leave the store because I got hot, and I was starting to shake, and I was sweating. It wasn't even hot inside the store. It was very cold. And when I was using, that didn't happen, and I wasn't upset, and I feel like I'm always upset now, and I'm really feeling how I feel, but hiding it. But, because I'm upset, but I'm not going to my parents or saying, I feel like this, because I'd rather just deal with it and not put that on them or anyone else, really. I'd rather just try to deal with it myself. But the best way I know how to deal with it was using and numbing it. So I'm just kind of at a loss.
Okay. So going forward, do you have a plan set? Do you have anything that you have said to yourself that you would do when you have money and you start feeling this way? Is there a plan that, say, I got this money, I'm feeling this way, I need to get high. Is there something, an anchor in your life, or a person that could be an anchor, somebody you can go to that will say, you know what, I can't do this. I'm feeling some type of way. I really want to get high, but I know I can't. Is there anything like that?
I want my dad to be that anchor, but I feel so ashamed to go and say, I want to get effed up. Like, this is what I want to do. I don't want to feel anything right now. How will that conversation go, you know? Because I've never had that conversation, because when I was using, if I wanted to do it, I would just do it. And so it's kind of scary, you know, fear of the unknown. And my dad is really the person that I talk to about it, because I talk to my friends and they kind of just give me the same old, don't do it, which I appreciate that they're taking time out of their day to try to talk me down. But at the end of the day, if I go use, it's not going to affect them the way it's going to affect my brothers or my dad or my parents or my sister. It's not going to affect my friends the way it's going to affect my family. So I want to be able to come to my dad, and yeah, just not even my mom, just my dad, and say it, but I just...
Fear, shame?
Definitely shame.
So do you think your dad would get mad, disappointed, or...
You know...
You just don't know.
How do you handle that? You know, how do you handle someone who was in active addiction at one point, telling you that they want to use again? You know, what do you do? What do you make of that?
You ever thought about giving your dad a chance?
I haven't, because I'm so ashamed and almost afraid of not even being belittled, but kind of in a way being belittled, because like we said earlier, you know, drugs are kind of taboo. You know, you see the people doing it on TV, like, oh, that's stupid, that's girls, look at them, they're walking around high looking stupid, you know. And I don't want that stigma to be placed on me, but at the same time, I'm kind of doing it to myself, because I am being like those people on TV that look stupid, or that are in the bed hunched over throwing up, or nodding off in an NA meeting of all places.
Yeah.
And I'm being that person, but I'm trying so hard not to be. So I feel stuck.
Okay, well, I really appreciate, you know, taking the time to share your stories and being honest and open about it. You know, you're going to help a lot of people. Oh. But if I could just give you a few words of advice, is to lean on your loved ones. You know, you're not alone. If I can tell you anything, is that you are not alone. You're not. And a lot of times pride and ego is weakness, really. It takes strength to say, I need help. That's the strong person to say, I need help. I can't do it by myself. So just those little words of wisdom, and I hope you take them and use them. And I hope we can do another interview soon. I do appreciate you again.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everybody, for checking out the Mariah Chronicles. And we'll be back with another series. Maybe not about drugs, but maybe something else. But we'll see. We'll talk to Mariah off air and see what she's up to. So thank you, guys, and I'll see you later.